Welcome to the 2014 West Kentucky Academic Bowl. My name is Gary Goodacre, and I'm a professor of mathematics here at West Kentucky Community and Technical College. I'll be serving as the moderator today. To my left is Mr. Joel Cates, instructor of mathematics here at WKCTC. He'll be serving as the judge. Today's semifinal match features two district champions who've earned their way to play for a shot at the final match in our bowl. Our teams are to my left, Marshall County High School, and to my right, Graves County High School. Each school will receive $1,000 in scholarship money by winning their district, and they are playing for the right for an extra $1,000, a total of $2,000, by winning the West Kentucky Academic Bowl. Let's introduce the teams. I'll start with Marshall County. Please state your name and your grade in school.
Colt Body, I'm a junior.
Gabriel Powell, senior, captain, and our coaches are Mr. Brandon Caton and Miss Evelyn Conley.
Dustin Cox, senior.
Austin Sim, junior.
Okay, and Graves County.
Evan Williams, junior.
Chris Woods, senior, captain. And our coaches today are Linda Hiles and Jeremy Crow.
Mutul Ahmed, senior.
Ty Wilson, senior.
Thank you, teams. We're going to play a toss-up bonus format. I'll read a toss-up, and each team will have the opportunity to buzz in. They'll have up to 5 seconds after the question is completed to make their answer. If they are correct, their team will earn a bonus question. They'll have up to 10 seconds to answer. If they do not answer correctly, the other team will be given the chance to answer that bonus. Teams, are you ready? Ready? We'll have a 40-question half, and we will begin with one toss-up. What is the next positive angle coterminal with an angle of 105 degrees? (465 degrees). Toss-up 2. In a subduction zone, portions of the lithosphere move down into what other zone of the planet's interior?
Red 4.
Asthenosphere.
Incorrect.
White 3.
Moho.
Mantle. 3 toss-up. This is a list of the approximate number of what awards given in different military actions. World War II, 964,409. Korea, 136,936.
Red 2. Purple Heart.
That's correct, Marshall, and you're on the board. Bonus 4. What is the name for a noun, noun phrase, or noun clause that follows a noun or pronoun and renames it?
A positive.
Correct. 5. Toss-up. What sculpture by Rodin presents a man sitting on a rock with his...
Red 2. The Thinker.
It is the Thinker, and you get another bonus. 6 math toss-up. Factor p squared minus 4.
P plus 2 times the quantity P minus 2.
Correct, Marshall. This toss-up, number 7. What name, meaning all sea, means the ancient sea that once surrounded Pangaea? It's called Panthalassa. 8. Toss-up. In what theater did John Wilkes Booth break his...
Red 1.
Ford's Theater.
That is correct, Marshall. Bonus 9. The author of Lord Jim also wrote what tale of a journey up the Congo River?
African Queen.
Incorrect, Captain.
Heart of Darkness.
It is Heart of Darkness. Graves, you're on the board with that stolen bonus. 10 toss-up. In the early 1890s, what school of philosophy taught that truth is to be found not in theoretical speculation, but in the practical outcome of...
Red 2. Pragmatism.
Pragmatism is the correct answer. We'll go to bonus 11. To the nearest tenth, what is the volume of an 8-inch high cone with a 4-inch diameter base?
.64 pi inches cubed.
Incorrect, Captain.
Answer.
33.5 cubic inches. The score is now Marshall County 6, Graves County 1. Here's 12 toss-up. Popular among tourists on Hawaii's island of Kauai are shirts dyed with a red dirt. The compound in this dirt that imparts the color is an oxide of what metallic?
Red 2. Iron.
It is an oxide of iron. Bonus to Marshall. 13. The foundation for the U.S. policy of Soviet containment was laid out in what president's 18-minute speech in which he said this: "I believe that it must be the policy of the United States to support free peoples who are resisting attempted subjugation by armed minorities or by outside pressures."
Truman.
Truman is correct. 14 toss-up. In Little Women, what name is missing at the beginning of this line? Blank could not reason upon or explain the faith that gave her courage and patience to give up life and cheerfully wait for death.
Joe.
Incorrect.
Laura.
Beth. 15 toss-up. One of modern art's most powerful statements on the brutality of war is what work painted by Picasso in 1937?
Guernica?
Repeat?
Guernica?
Correct, yes. I want to make sure I heard all the syllables and the consonants. So Graves, here's your bonus 16. The half-life of thorium-230 is 8 times 10 to the 4th power years. Express this half-life in terms of centuries. Time, Captain.
80 years.
80 centuries. Said in terms of centuries. We can't take 80 years on that. No credit. Toss-up 17. Depending on the meaning of largest, there are 2 contenders for the title of world's largest bears. Name them both.
Polar bears and grizzly bears.
Incorrect.
Brown bear and polar bear.
Brown bear and polar bear. We need that. Graves, bonus 18. These people were all exiled to what country? Porfirio Diaz, Isabella II, Jean-Claude Duvalier, John Calvin, Thomas Becket.
Switzerland.
Incorrect, Captain.
France.
It's France. Marshall takes the bonus. Here's 19 toss-up. In what novel by Irene Hunt does the protagonist, Jethro Creighton, lose a sister?
Across 5 Aprils.
Yes, good one there, Marshall. Here's your bonus, 20. What part of a camera controls the amount of light striking the film by opening and closing?
Shutter.
Shutter, we would have taken aperture as well. We're going to question 21. Marshall leads Graves, 11-3. And here is toss-up 21. Simplify the square root of the quantity 9 times x to the 4th power.
3x squared.
Correct. 22 bonus. How many of a human child's chromosomes are inherited from the father?
23.
That's correct. 23 happens to be a toss-up. What mountain range forms the eastern and southern boundaries of Transylvania?
The Caucasus.
Incorrect.
The Ural Mountains.
The Carpathian Mountains. Toss-up 24. What is the hidden assumption in this argument? Nobody came out the front door except Johnny Booth. Therefore, the murderer must have left through the back door.
Johnny Booth wasn't the murderer.
Absolutely, you got it. Bonus 25. Leaf trimming, pruning, and clamping are techniques used in what Japanese art form?
Zen gardening.
Incorrect, Captain.
Bonsai.
Bonsai. Graves gets that bonus. 26 toss-up. How many shortest paths are there between the antipodal points on a globe?
One.
Incorrect.
And infinitely many.
Infinitely many, that is correct. Here's your bonus 27, Marshall County. What is the name for the leaf of a cycad?
Needle.
Incorrect, Captain.
Frond.
Frond, another stolen bonus for Grace County. 28 toss-up. In 1960, France tested its first nuclear weapon in the Sahara, in what country that was then a French territory?
Algeria.
Yes, Algeria is correct. Graves, here's your bonus. 29. What inappropriate use of a figure of speech is illustrated in this excerpt from a college student's essay? The communist menace is a snake in the grass that is gnawing away at the foundation of the ship of state.
Mixed metaphor.
Correct. 30 toss-up. When Aeschylus added a second actor to the customary solo actor and had them speaking to one another, he invented dramatic what?
Dialogue.
Dialogue. That is correct, Marshall. You get bonus 31. An earthquake that measures 7.0 on the Richter scale has how many times more magnitude than an earthquake measuring 4.0?
1,000 times greater.
Correct. With that bonus, Marshall extends their lead 17-7. Here is toss-up 32. Any oscillation can be described mathematically by giving its amplitude and its what?
Period.
Yes, period. Bonus 33. On an alphabetical list of the nations in the British Commonwealth, what African nation is last?
Zambia. Thank you. Zambia.
Incorrect, Captain.
Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwe. ZI after ZA. So we're going to give that one to Graves. Here's toss-up 34. What figure of speech is used in these lines? I was not a little upset. The city is not unclean. That is no ordinary bunny. She is not a bad archer at all. That's no small compliment.
Negation.
Incorrect.
Understatement.
He had the idea, but the name is litotes for such a figure of speech. 35 toss-up. What is the term for making a model or design by increasing or reducing its size proportionately to the original?
Scale.
Yes, scaling, correct. We go to bonus 36. If the radius of a cone is doubled, to maintain the original volume, the original height would have to be divided by what?
Six.
Incorrect, Captain.
I designate Austin.
3.
4. 37 toss-up. What Asian ruminant that was domesticated some 5,000 years ago and lives in swamps and grassy areas has the largest horns of any living animal?
Rhinoceros.
Incorrect.
Wildebeest.
The water buffalo. 36 toss-up. Between the years of 1947 and 1956, what were discovered in 11 caves along the northwest shore of the Dead Sea?
The Dead Sea Scrolls.
Yes, Graves. You get a bonus. It's 39. This is from what work by Aldous Huxley. From the social predestination room, the escalators went rumbling down into the basement, and there, in the crimson darkness, stewing warm on their cushion of peritoneum and gorged with blood surrogate and hormones, the fetuses grew and grew, or poisoned, languished into a stunted epsilonhood.
Brave New World.
Correct. Final question, toss-up 40 of the first half. The Emperor Justinian I ordered the construction of what huge cross-shaped building in Constantinople?
The Hagia Sophia.
Yes, you got it, Marshall. That will end the first half. We'll check the scores, and we'll be back right after this break. Welcome back. We've completed the first half of our semifinal match between Marshall County High School and Graves County High School. Marshall County leads Graves by a score of 19-11. Marshall County has a new player. We'll let him buzz in and introduce himself.
I'm Alec Faust, and I'm a sophomore.
Thank you, Alex. Teams, are you ready? Graves County? Marshall County? We'll begin with toss-up 1, second half. $432 is distributed among Art, Ben, and Carol, such that 8 times Art's share equals 12 times Ben's share, which equals 6 times Carol's share. How much did Art get? $144. 2 toss-up. What digestive juice released from the liver?
Bile.
Correct, Marshall. Here's your bonus. During his last year of life, Lenin said that of his two possible successors, that Trotsky was capable but too autocratic, and what other possible successor was rude and had accumulated inordinate power?
Stalin.
Stalin, yes, that's correct. Toss-up 4. What Midwest U.S. city is the setting for all or part of these literary works? The Jungle, Native Son.
Chicago.
Correct, Graves. Here's the bonus. 5. What literary and artistic movement that stressed the absurdity and unpredictability of life flourished immediately after World War I?
Expressionism.
Incorrect, Captain.
I designate Alec.
Theater of the absurd.
Dada. 6 toss-up. One pulley with a diameter of 16 inches has a speed of 450 RPM. It is connected to another pulley with a speed of 360 RPM. What is the diameter of the second pulley? "20 inches. 7 toss-up. If you draw a line from the star named Merak to Dupi, it extends to what other star?
Series.
Incorrect.
Beetlejuice.
Polaris. 8 is a toss-up. Name the Air Force project that was terminated in 1969 when, after years of study, it was determined that no UFO was a threat to U.S. national security. No UFO sightings indicated technology beyond the range of current scientific knowledge. No evidence from UFO sightings supported the existence of extraterrestrial vehicles.
SETI.
Incorrect. Project Blue Book. 9 toss-up. This is a line from what short story by Nathaniel Hawthorne? Georgiana, said he, has it never occurred to you that the mark upon your cheek might be removed?
Scarlet Letter.
Incorrect. The birthmark. 10 toss-up. The conga and the mambo originated on what Caribbean island?
Cuba.
It is Cuba. Bonus 11, Marshall. Shapes that do not have two congruent bases in parallel planes do not belong to what general category of solid figures?
Parallelograms.
Incorrect, Captain.
Trapezoids.
Prisms. We were doing three-dimensional. Going into toss-up 12, Marshall County 22, Graves County 12. Here is toss-up 12. Name the depth at which fractures, voids, and pore spaces in rock become completely saturated with water.
Aquifer.
Incorrect.
Saturation depth.
It's the water table. 13 toss-up. Sometimes called the first mountain man, what member of the Lewis and Clark expedition is remembered in part for his harrowing run from Blackfoot Indians?
Pike.
Incorrect. John Coulter. 14 toss-up. What James Michener novel is named for the body of water separating the Delmarva Peninsula from the mainland of Virginia and Maryland?
Hudson Bay.
Incorrect.
Chesapeake Bay.
Incorrect. It's Chesapeake. The novel is only called Chesapeake. The water is the bay. So 15 is a toss-up. What tune by Claude Debussy gives the impression of rippling water?
Prelude to the Afternoon of a Faun.
Incorrect. Clair de Lune. 16 toss-up. Determine the area of a rhombus with diagonals measuring 12 and 18 centimeters.
108 square centimeters.
Correct, Marshall. Here's your bonus, 17. Located in the United States, the world's largest shield volcano is what?
Kilauea.
Incorrect, Captain.
Mauna Loa.
Correct, Graves. Another bonus goes your way. Here's 18 toss-up. The 1961 trial of Adolf Eichmann was conducted in what city?
Buenos Aires.
Incorrect. Jerusalem. 19 toss-up. What interrogative adverb does not begin with the letter W?
How.
Correct. 20 bonus. Around the 7th century, missionaries from India introduced what religion into Tibet?
Buddhism.
Correct. 20 questions to go in the match, and Marshall County leads Graves County 25-13. Here is toss-up 21. There are 6 factorial permutations of the 6 letters of the word galore. In how many of these are the letters A and E next to each other?
Like 120.
Incorrect. You had half the answer, 240. Toss up 22. Boreal forests are near what major line of latitude?
Tropic of Cancer.
Incorrect.
Arctic Circle.
Correct. Bonus 23, Marshall. What ancient empire was created by Hammurabi from the former kingdoms of Sumer and Akkad?
Babylonian Empire.
Correct. 24, toss-up. Complete this title of a Christopher Marlowe drama. Dido, Queen of...
The Nile.
Incorrect.
Phoenicia.
Carthage. 25, toss-up. Where would you go to see the Spirit of St. Louis?
New Orleans.
Incorrect.
Ohio.
The Smithsonian Institution. 26, toss-up. 2 people are pulling on a tree stump. One is pulling due north with a force of 30 newtons. The other is pulling due east with a force of 40 newtons. The resultant force of how many newtons will be in the direction of 37 degrees north of east?
50 newtons.
Correct. 27, bonus, Marshall. Imagine a marble rolling across a smooth, polished, flat floor. Which of Newton's laws of motion is applicable, presuming the marble is rolling at a uniform speed?
First law of motion.
Correct. 28, toss-up. Chinese rule of Cambodia collapsed by the 9th century, owing to the emergence of what empire?
Ottoman.
Incorrect.
The Kampuchean.
The Khmer Kingdom. 29, toss-up. What short story by Kurt Vonnegut is about a future America in which equality is achieved by discouraging exceptional talent or intelligence?
Harrison Bergeron.
Correct, Graves. Here's your bonus, 30. The cameo cutting process, in which the artist begins to work from the top layer of a material and carves down to produce the raised design, is the opposite of what other art form?
Engraving.
Captain?
Relief layering.
Intaglio. We have 10 questions to go. Marshall County leads Graves County 29-14, going into 31 toss-up. What is the square of 5x cubed minus 1?
Right. 25 times x to the 6th minus 1.
Incorrect.
25x to the 9th minus 10x to the 3rd plus 1.
Almost. 25x to the 6th minus 10x cubed plus 1. Very close, both of you. Toss up 32. What kind of worms, often more than 3 meters in length, grow on or near black smokers deep in the sea?
Tube worms.
Correct, Marshall. Here's your bonus 33. The Aleuts are indigenous people of what major Russian peninsula?
That isn't it, Colt.
Tobilsk.
Incorrect, Captain.
Kamchatka.
Repeat.
Kamchatka.
No, you left out a K. Kamchatka. Very close. Toss up 34. What mountain range is the setting for these books? The Snow Leopard, Into Thin Air, Lost Horizon?
The Himalayas.
Correct. 35, bonus to Graves. Using the name of an ancient country at the southern tip of the Arabian Peninsula, complete the title of this piece from George Handel's oratorio Solomon. Arrival of the Queen of who?
Sheba.
Correct. 36, toss up. What characteristic of a cone is determined by multiplying the product of the circumference of its base and its slant height by 0.5?
Surface area.
Incorrect.
Lateral area.
Yes, lateral area, not including that base. So bonus goes to Marshall. With a machine that is 90% efficient, how much work in joules must you do to lift a 1,800 Newton load 5 meters?
$2,000 joules.
Incorrect, Captain.
No answer.
10,000 joules. 38, toss up. The gun developed by Hiram Maxim in the 1880s was a prototype for what modern?
Machine gun.
Correct. Bonus 39, Marshall. Boccaccio's Decameron tells the story of 10 people who flee Florence to escape what calamity devastating the city?
The plague.
Correct. And our last question, toss up 40. A menorah is a type of what decorative candlestick with several arms?
Candelabra.
It was a toss up, you're out. Graves, you're still in.
Candelabra.
Correct. We will begin the checking of the scores and we'll determine a winner right after this break. Welcome back. We have a final score in our semifinal match of the 2014 West Kentucky Academic Bowl. Marshall County 34, Grace County 17. Grace County, congratulations on winning your district. Your school will receive $1,000 in scholarship money from the West Kentucky Academic Bowl. And Marshall County, congratulations on your victory in this semifinal match. You will play for an extra $1,000 in scholarship money in the finals. Thank you for watching this 2014 semifinal match of the WKAB. On behalf of my judge, Mr. Joel Cates, and the WKCTC TV crew, I thank you for watching. Have a good day.